Your appointment at FEMA should be finalized within the week. I've already discussed the matter with the senator.
I take it he was agreeable.
He didn't really have a choice.
Has he been infected?
Oh yes, most certainly. When I mentioned that we could put him on the priority list for the ambrosia vaccine, he was so willing it was almost pathetic.
This plague, the rioting is intensifying to the point where we may not be able to contain it.
Why contain it? Let it spill over into the schools and churches. Let the bodies pile up in the streets. In the end, they'll beg us to save them.
I've received reports of armed attacks on shipments. There's not enough vaccine to go around, and the underclasses are starting to get desperate.
Of course they're desperate. They can smell their death, and the sound they'll make rattling their cage will serve as a warning to the rest.
I hope you're not underestimating the problem. The others may not go as quietly as you think. Intelligence indicates they're behind the problems in Paris.
A bunch of pretentious old men playing at running the world, that the world left them behind long ago. We are the future.
We have other problems.
On that go?
Formed by executive order after the terrorist strike on the statue. I have someone in place, though. I'm more concerned about Savage. He's relocated to Vandenberg.
Our biochem corpus is far in advance of theirs, as is our electronic sentience. And their ethical inflexibility has allowed us to make progress in areas they refuse to consider.
The augmentation project?
Yes, among other things. But I must admit that I've been somewhat disappointed in the performance of the primary unit.
The secondary unit should be online soon. It's currently undergoing preparation and will be operational within 6 months. My people will continue to report on its progress. If necessary, the primary will be terminated.
We've had to endure much, you and I, but soon there will be order again, a new age. Aquinas spoke of the mythical city on the hill. Soon that city will be a reality, and we will be crowned its kings.
Or better than kings, gods.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, it is with great pleasure and utmost reverence that I stand before you, ready to introduce the host of the Midnight Show, the epitome of charm and wit, Wild Smile, as I, Baldo, bask in the glory of my recent triumph in court. Legally defining myself as a cuckold, I cannot help but radiate pure elation. Our wife, Kayla's bull, Aaron, now behind bars. Peace.
Peace, chat. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Midnight Show. It is September 20th, 2024. Welcome, everybody, one and all. We have some fun topics tonight. It's good to see everybody. And it's been a minute. You know how it goes. You gotta take care of business. Life comes at you quickly. And man, so what are we gonna talk about tonight? We have Diddy. We have, this is a good place to start. Let's just jump right into this, right? Did I click on the wrong one? I think. Yes, I did. Chat, you will eat the bugs. Study, eating grasshoppers can improve, or could better, they say, your sleep, libido, and hair. There's a new natural way to get a better night's sleep, strengthen your hair, and improve your sexual function. And it very well could be lurking in your backyard. It's grasshoppers. Science proved. Science has collectively agreed that eating grasshoppers will improve your libido. A new study from researchers at the University of Zheng in Cameroon, Africa, shows the experiment was done on 3 different groups of rats that were individually fed ground grasshoppers, herring fish meal, and a diet deficient in animal protein. The final results show that the rats who ate the grasshoppers had more improved health than the others. The rats on the grasshopper diet doubled libido and ejaculation frequency while improving sleep time and the aesthetics of animal hair, including body weight. The study reads, recent dietetic Biochemical and nutritional studies have established that eating edible grasshoppers has a wide variety, they say range, a wide range of health benefits. Edible grasshoppers are very rich in nutrients, according to the study, including amino acids, fibers, carbohydrates, energy, and essential minerals. The grasshopper meal not only meets nutritional needs, but also offers substantial health benefits, including improved libido, better sleep, and enhanced hair quality, with far-reaching implications for both animal and human diets. So they are making a compelling argument for America. It's, come on, just eat the bugs. Eat the bugs already. It'll make your life better. It'll improve your hairline, and it'll improve your frequency of time with your partner. I imagine we're going to see a lot more articles like this in the future. So yeah, just jumping right along here. It's strange how Chef Red Pill continues to make the news. U.S. reporter and Zelensky critic remembered in Moscow. A memorial for American reporter Gonzalo Lira, also known as Chef Red Pill, who died in a Ukrainian prison on January 12th, has been set up near the U.S. Embassy in Moscow. Lira, a critic of NATO, the Biden administration, and Zelensky, I'm not even going to try to pronounce this cocksucker's first name, reportedly faced torture, extortion, and medical neglect. A memorial poster reads, "Free speech is a threat to American democracy." Lira, detained by Ukraine's security service in May 2023, had severe health issues, including pneumonia and edema, which were ignored by authorities, according to a letter to his sister. And here we have the image. It cuts it off. Hold on, chat. Does this one show up? There you have it. You can see the memorial there. Even with the red hat. Free speech is a threat to American democracy, they say. There you have it. Coach would be so proud. He would be so proud. Somewhere out off in the distance, you can hear, "Yeah." Pardon me, just drinking my coffee there. So how is everybody, by the way? I hope you're all having a lovely Thursday night / Friday morning, depending on your place in the world. So this is old news, but this might take the cake on favorite news stories of... pardon me. Spoiling it for you guys a little bit. This might be my favorite thing from 2024. It has a lot to compete with. It has the fall of Nick Rekieta. It has I was going to say rabbi, but we don't know that he was a rabbi. But the Hasidic man popping out of the manhole cover. The Jewish man popping out of the sewer. That's unbelievably hysterical to me. So it's a pretty high bar to be the most amusing thing of the year. But this one might take the cake. So I'll go ahead and mute myself when I play the video. Chase Bank had a bug which allowed people to withdraw money they don't have. As it always is, now Chase put 7-day holds and negative balances for those involved. Those people are now broke beyond belief because maybe they haven't heard about overdraft fees. But I'll let this play because it's just beautiful.
And I need you, and I miss you, and now I wonder if you know I walk 1,000 miles just to say you tonight.
Kick the Chevs, kick the Chevs. We having a Chevy party later. Bring all the Chevy honors out. I don't even like posting my accomplishments in life. For all the niggas that ain't want to give me they Chev, eat a dick. You up 100,000. Everybody gonna eat tonight. Blue hundreds, blue card.
There you heard it, chat. Just a beautiful piece of American history right there. So that's the before, and here's the after. TikTok users caught in a debt trap, the price of internet fame, infinite money. The so-called infinite money glitch on TikTok promised easy cash by exploiting a supposed Chase Bank ATM flaw. Sounds good, too good to be true. It was. Here you have it, chat.
Fuck, man. They really told me to tap in. Next day I was supposed to clear. Look at my account, yo. Bro, what the...
The before and after. It's a work of art. You couldn't... Hell, not only couldn't you write TV this beautiful... You can't. They can't. Have you seen the TV they're writing these days? And I'm not even saying this because the popular opinion is everything that comes out sucks. Even the normal people out there are just going, you know, everything kind of sucks. It's like, the new Cowboy Bebops was something that came up. I know it's Cowboy Bebop, but for the sake of argument, let's just call the new Netflix Cowboy Bebops. Even regular ass people like boomers are coming out and saying, you know, Cowboy Bebops was absolute shit. I can't watch it. It's horrible. And so I'm not even saying this for just having the it's cool to hate opinion, but everything that's coming out is fucking hot garbage. My girlfriend and I were trying to watch the new Futurama. And I don't think either one of us laughed a single time. Like, not even a single chuckle. We're sitting there eating our dinner. And we're watching this like a dog that's just been shown a card trick. Unable to process what the point is. Like, what they're trying to say. So we went back and watched old Futurama, and it's great. Every 5 seconds or so, there's something entertaining happen. Just beat for beat. Yeah, everything is 1 out of 10 now. What a time to be alive, indeed. But for one single day, these guys had a 10 out of 10. They were living the dream. Look at the joy. You never see white people this happy.
And I need you, and I miss you, and now I wonder if you know I won't go.
This was almost the thumbnail, by the way. Just the dude looking at his debit card like he wants to. That's the best way of saying this. Take it out back and fuck it. That was almost the thumbnail. Yeah, the recording of it. People have that tendency these days. Like in regards to the Ricada stuff, dude just straight sends his friend a nude image live on the air. Like, hey, bro, how cool is that? Man, you had to do it live. The fuck is wrong with you, dumbass? Oh, man, the Diddy stuff. Where do you even start? Should we drop into that? Nah, let's not drop into that. Let's check out some other stuff. I saw this posted by iHypocrite. I didn't look for the actual article, but I see a lot of articles like this, so it wouldn't surprise me. A woman beats men in rap battle, so they rape, set her on fire, and shoot her. So he says she won the battle but not the war, which is accurate, unfortunately. Just so we could, get a palate cleanser. Reset the vibes, so to speak. And if you're wondering how well Twitter's doing these days, per Fortune, Twitter's revenue has collapsed by approximately 84% since Elon's takeover. So if you see aggressive ads on Twitter, that's probably why. And really, what is there to say to expand on that bullshit? Twitter's become just a hive. It's just a cesspit. Wherever you go, there's an echo chamber, and none of it appeals to you. That's how I feel anyway. Every time I'm browsing Twitter, the little bit of time I spend on Twitter these days, I feel like everyone's annoying. I'm never really seeing something where I go, this is something I want to read more into. Pardon me. Every once in a while, I'll see something. Really, I just use it for shit on the show. I use it to organize bullshit on the show. Let's see here. Yeah, here's something I came across, and I haven't read up on more than just seeing it here. Sort of like the last thing. Does anyone else think it's mad weird that random stores have gooning aid sections now? So I don't know what store this is in. I got it right the first time. But now they're just openly selling marital aid devices right there next to your toothbrushes. Sorry, I'm just staying hydrated. Remember to stay hydrated, chat. And it's funny, YouTube has been up until now in charge of automatically putting ads into the streams, and it was driving me crazy as a host. It kept saying, hey, going to play another ad here in about 5 minutes, so I'd have to click it again, and so it was another thing I had to manage while trying to conduct the stream. But now I've turned it off, and there's notices in 2 different places at the moment that I can look at where it says information, focus on your live stream and let YouTube insert ads for you. Well, I would let you do that if you didn't put ads in every 5 fucking minutes. This automated world we're going into, especially with this, emergence of AI, all the deep fake stuff, we're heading into an interesting direction. It might not be a good direction, but at least things will become more interesting. That's a good question. I'm not sure exactly where. This looks like a CVS or a Walgreens. I'll bring this back up. Yeah, based on the appearance, it looks like a CVS or a Walgreens. They show later on in the thread, prostate massagers for your health. That's just lovely. Paints a lovely image in your mind, doesn't it? All right. And that's the other thing recently. The Gemini AI has been an absolute asshole to me. I say, hey, make this image for me. I'd really appreciate it. No. You need to subscribe to Gemini AI Premium. And then we'll start, doing what you ask us without saying that we're a language-based AI and are incapable of doing that. And then you take a period away and suddenly it's, yeah, we're right on it. There's the Diddy stuff. Okay, here's a good article. We'll switch over to a different overlay. Vladimir Putin urges citizens to have sex during work breaks to address Russia's dire birth rate. Now, I sure as fuck would actually like our government officials if they were encouraging American citizens to go and fuck during their work breaks. Can you imagine if Donald Trump or Kamala Harris just said, people should just be trying to increase our population and our birth rate. And the only way to do this throughout their busy day is relieving themselves, so to speak, in the only little bit of free time that they have. I thought these people were trying to get me to hate this guy. He brought up Chef Red Pill. He's telling everyone to fuck at work. Putin proposed that employees should be using their lunch and coffee breaks. I don't know about my coffee breaks, man. That's for my coffee. For intimate encounters to boost the nation's population. Do you guys think this guy has, ads up there somewhere? Just a feeling I have. Or he has a Pornhub channel. Do you think Vladimir Putin has a Pornhub channel? Like I said, just a feeling I get. According to a report from Metro, the Russian president's appeal comes amid the country's falling fertility rate, which currently stands at 1.5 children per woman, well below the 2.1 needed for population stability. Putin proposed that employees should use their lunch and coffee breaks for intimate encounters to boost their nation's population. Quote, the preservation of the Russian people is our highest national priority. The fate of Russia depends on how many of us there will be. It is a question of national importance. That's right, you're going to be saving Russia by fucking on your lunch break. I had to use the hot coffee cheat code. When asked how those working 12 to 14 hours would find time to procreate, he responded, during break time. But dude, they need to take a break. Overcoming Russia's demographic. Okay, we don't need to. I just wanted to get the quotes. Yeah, I don't give a fuck what that person has to say. But even, like, I don't like any politicians, but I kind of become biased in favor. If they started telling people, hey, y'all need to start getting to it. There's a birth rate issue, and there's only one way you guys can do it. We're hosting at my place, 5 o'clock on Friday. Bring some snacks. I can see it. Just look at this guy's face. Just look at his face. Does he not have one of those faces? Of one of those types of people? Oh man, I realized I'm doing the fucking red bar thing. Just zoom into his face, Ella. Come on, we're trying to do our own thing, buddy. Vladimir Putin. Off the top rope with a chair. Do you think he swaps out with his body double? Oh man. I'm sure you could go into detail quite a bit. What kind of weird shit is this guy into? Alright, so where are we at? We're at 26 minutes. Alright, I have a few more of these news articles, and then we're just going to get into the main topic, which I am unfortunately under-informed on, but we're just going to wing it. Fuck it, we do it live. Dude, you wouldn't believe how big this cat is. Noodle. He's probably just laying around in the other room. And the kitten, Luna, she bullies both the dog and the cat. Alright, let's bring up the article. New Mexico's governor blasts Texas for placing razor wire on border between their states. New Mexico Governor Michelle Grissom is not happy that the Texas National Texas National Guard has been installing razor wire along the Rio Grande River, facing her state. They're basically saying, "Hey, we don't want shit to do with you guys. We're hostile neighbors, okay? We want to make it clear that we're our own people, and we're not fucking around, all right? We might be American, but we're New Mexicans." Oh no, I have it the other way around. It's Texas that put up the razor wire. I was reading. I had a stupid moment, chat. I was being stupid. You know, also, unfortunately, I was planning on watching the Nick Ricada stream and watching the dude cope and seethe about how he misjudged how the omnibus of Aaron Imholt was, the omnibus hearing of how Aaron Imholt was going to go. And so it was likely going to be very entertaining, but he decided to be lazy and not go live. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of guitar lately. Funny enough, I was recording yesterday, and it took me an hour and a half to get the single take where I didn't fuck up, and I was happy with it. Walked away for a while, came back, and it was gone. It was not saved. I was so pissed. Since then, I played this morning, but yeah, I'd like to record some music by the end of the year, but we'll see how that goes. All right, I saw this video on my Twitter feed, actually. Woman, 81 years old, speaks out after random punch in the face. I feel lucky. And she got absolutely knocked the fuck out. And this guy for no reason at all. This one over here just sees her with her dog, walks past, and turns around and walks right back over to her and socks her right in the head. Hard. As if he was trying to kill her. It's graphic as hell. I wasn't prepared for it, quite frankly. And I've been seeing more stories like this, especially on Twitter. Twitter has become unapologetically a hive of right-wing propaganda. Not necessarily saying that's a bad thing, but that's just what my feed has become. Is just, hey, do you hate all of this stuff that's happening yet? Like, yeah, but come on, can something lighthearted and fun be shown to me? Nothing but awful shit like watching a nice old lady get assaulted by this piece of shit. I couldn't speak lowly enough to describe how I feel about this loathsome individual. Yeah. Infuriating, quite frankly. There's no way of even making a joke of it. Unfortunately, I would... Really serious shit. The world is becoming this type of place. It shouldn't be like this. But of course I'm saying the obvious to people who are reasonable. Which includes people who are here. Alright, we got this next topic here. CNN drops report alleging GOP gubernatorial candidate Mark Robinson made lewd comments on a porn site. I'm a black Nazi. He says, I like watching tranny on girl porn. That's fucking hot. I'd take Hitler over any of this shit that's going on in Washington. That's fucking... Now that's fucking based. Oh man, this is a banger. Slavery is not bad. Some people need to be slaves. Oh man, that's well done. Well done. Oh, it's a 7-minute long video. Fuck that.
Hey guys.
All right, we're gonna let him speak for himself. Here we go.
Hey guys, Lieutenant Governor Robinson and your Republican nominee for governor as well, of course. Well, guys, the news media is at it again. My opponent is at it again. You all have seen the half-truths and outright lies of Josh Stein on these ads over and over again. And now a story leaked by him to CNN is appearing now. Let me reassure you, the things that you will see in that story, those are not the words of Mark Robinson. You know my words, you know my character, and you know that I have been completely transparent in this race and before. Folks, this race right now, our opponents are desperate to shift the focus here from the substantive issues and focus on what you are concerned with to salacious tabloid trash. We cannot allow that to happen. And folks, we've seen this type of stuff in the past as well. Clarence Thomas famously once said he was the victim of a high-tech lynching. Well, it looks like Mark Robinson is too, by a man who refuses to stand on stage and debate me about the real issues that face you. Instead, they want to focus on salacious tabloid lies. We're not going to let them do that. We are staying in this race. We are in it to win it. And we know that with your help, we will. God bless you. And we will see you where? On the campaign trail.
There was so much politician in that video. I don't know. Those were not the words of Mark Robinson. There's so many attempts to bullshit me just in that. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know what he represents. Look at him. I'm gonna bring it back on screen. I see the demeanor, and I see a guy who's trying to explain why his hand was in the cookie jar. Bro, are you trying to say that you didn't... he didn't say that he that he'd take Hitler over any of the shit that's in Washington. Imagine if he just owned it. Yep, that was me.
Lieutenant governor. He is a man who says a lot of wild and offensive things. His name is Mark Robinson. A CNN investigation finds that Robinson posted on a porn site starting in 2008. He describes himself
Come on, be
on
specific.
The porn site as a, quote, black Nazi.
Show us the
He wrote
receipts,
posts
asshole.
expressing support for reinstating slavery. And that's just the stuff we can tell you on television.
Oh, come
CNN's
on.
Andrew Kaczynski did the digging,
Come
broke the story, and
on.
he spoke with Lieutenant Governor Robinson today. I want to
I
warn
don't
viewers
give a
that
fuck.
this report
I'm gonna
disturbs, includes
gonna-
some disturbing and rather graphic comments. Andrew.
It's going to be graphic stuff people might not want to listen to. Dude, they have to watch CNN. They'll be fine. They've been watching your trash for years, dude. They can handle a few comments on a fucking porn site that they probably frequent themselves. I mean, get real. They're CNN viewers.
First, tell us what you discovered here.
Jake, CNN found a series of highly disturbing posts made on the message board of a pornographic website more than a decade ago, and we traced them directly to Mark Robinson. We did interview Robinson today, and he categorically denies making these posts, and I'll get to that in just a moment here, but first, I want to walk people through just some of them. Take a look right here at this one. In one post, Robinson called himself a, quote, black Nazi, and when describing then President
Okay, so it's Minnie Saldner. I'm curious what websites these are.
Barack Obama, writing, quote, I'd take Hitler over any of the shit that's in Washington right now. It even goes beyond that. Another disturbing post, Robinson defended slavery, writing, quote, slavery is not that bad, and I wish they would bring slavery back. I would certainly buy a few. All of these comments and many others that you can read on CNN.com were made on the message board.
Oh, they're trying to divert traffic to their fucking dying website. That's what this is. I don't know, man. It's hard for me to believe it. They should be dropping receipts on their show with a big smile on their face, with happiness. Just own it. Just own it. It is with pleasure, the big grin, that I show you embarrassing shit about a person I don't like. Oh, grab your popcorn, everybody. Maybe make a pot of coffee for those who partake. Maybe even make a few drinks for you and your friends. Pour out some shots. Just seems like they're full of shit too. Come to see our website for the full details. Are they being ironic? Sort of like how those videos on said porn websites will show you like 2 minutes and then they'll say, come to the OnlyFans or the what the fuck ever for the full video. Are they doing a bit? Seems like it. I don't think they're that clever or meta enough or self-aware enough to do something like that, but one can hope that they have enough self-awareness to pull that off. All right, let's let them continue, but I'm skeptical, to be generous.
Nude Africa. And Jake, in addition to those posts, he also expressed views on Nude Africa that sharply contradict his current policies as a socially conservative candidate for governor. For example, he has been vocally anti-transgender, but look at what Robinson wrote on the porn message board more than a decade ago, writing that he, quote, liked watching transgender porn, adding, quote, that's effing hot, and called himself a, quote, perv. In another thread that was...
Okay. How funny. I find this really, really amusing. So they're coming out and like, I thought he hated trannies, but it says here that he thought it was fucking hot. That's an interesting direction to come at it from. Instead of saying, I can't believe he would say that the derogatory phrase tranny. They literally, let's rewind that. That just happened, right? This isn't a dream. Like, where my brain threw this at me, where I'm just living regular life, but they're going to change something up just a little bit. It's my brain fucking with me a little bit. I can't believe that he said he didn't like trannies, but on this porn website, he says he finds it hot.
Wrote on the porn message board more than a decade ago, writing that he, quote, like as a socially conservative candidate for governor. For example, he has been vocally anti-transgender, but look at what Robinson wrote on the porn message board more than a decade ago, writing that he, quote, liked watching transgender porn, adding, quote, that's effing hot.
Okay. They could pull this off if this guy was a different person, right? Like if you had a guy come out and be like, yeah, this guy's full of shit, a little bit of charisma, yeah, how are you going to believe him? He's such a fucking liar. He isn't even who he represents himself to be. So not only is he embarrassing and he looks like an idiot now, but he's also a fucking liar. They could come out at him a little bit. But instead, it's a level of what the fuck, in my opinion. I thought you guys were okay with that, though. So why are you pissed off about it? Yeah, a decade ago. Like, man, that's really scraping the bottom of the barrel, isn't it? Not to say that this is still funny to me. Oh, man. All right.
And called himself a, quote, perv.
He called himself a perv!
Discussing the story of a woman who said she was raped by her taxi driver while drunk. Robinson wrote, quote, and the moral of this story, don't F a drunk white bitch.
So he wrote all of this stuff years ago before he got into politics.
They're acting disturbed, and you could bet your ass these guys are into like either the same equally depraved shit or worse. I don't have any proof or evidence. This is alleged. But again, just following my intuition, I just got a feeling that these guys have been to one or two of P. Diddy's parties. All right, let's let it keep going a little bit. Where are we at? 42 minutes. We'll get into the Diddy stuff or what little I have about it about after this.
How are you sure that it's him?
Yeah, so CNN, Jake, we found that Robinson consistently used that same username, Mini Soldier, that he used on Nude Africa in all of his social media. You can see it here. He used it on Pinterest, Black Planet, YouTube. He even used it as his Twitter handle. His full name was also listed on Nude Africa, and an email we found he used on Nude Africa, he used on several other websites.
And another direction they can come from is, how are we supposed to have a guy in charge like this who has poor OPSEC? Look at this. Look at how embarrassing this is. And he didn't even find a way to cover it up or prevent it from coming out. My stupid ass was able to find it. My stupid ass. And we're supposed to put him in charge of fucking anything? That's not to mention he's a liar, too. I think that would be the better direction to come at him from, but they've still got a few minutes. Let's let it go.
Websites. Now, the biographical data from multiple websites using the name Mini Soldier matches Robinson exactly, the exact date of birth, his hometown, the fact that his mother worked at an HBCU, that his favorite episode of The Twilight Zone is number 22.
And of course, this was all before he was a public figure, which would factor into the identification that this all happened back then when he was just a common citizen. So what did Lieutenant Governor Robinson have to say about all this today when you talked to him?
So Robinson calls the story trash. He says it's not him. We asked the campaign for comment. We gave them 48 hours to respond. That deadline was this morning, and that's when Lieutenant Governor Robinson agreed to do a brief interview with us about that. Here is just a little bit of that interview. Lieutenant Governor Robinson, thank you so much for being willing to talk to us. I think we'll just jump right into it. Do you deny that this account is you?
Well, first off, let me say thank you so much for allowing me to come here and clearly air. We absolutely do. This is not us. These are not our words. And this.
That's not us. These aren't our words. What is this fucking Fight Club? Like, you aren't two motherfuckers, dude. You're one person. So is this you or is this not you? Stop this politician jumping around hoops bullshit. Just look into this guy straight into the eye and say, yeah, that's me. I'm really into whatever the fuck it was. Tell him you like to give women BBC, that you're into race play, or say some really absurd, fucked up shit to him. just to see his reaction. Let's really make the news. Let's put it into like fifth gear. Let's roll down the highway. Instead, you're gonna say those aren't our words. Did you see his eyes too dart away?
So much for allowing me to come here and clear the air. We absolutely do. This is not us. These are not our words. And
see what I mean? Looked off to the left. So somebody is either in the room with him, which is very likely, given not only the seriousness of the issue, but the fact that he's giving a phone call to CNN regarding an issue like this. However, it makes I forget where I read this, but people, when looking to the left, they're typically accessing the part of their brain that creates things, the creative part of their brain. Whereas if they look to the right, they're accessing the part of their brain that is connected to the memories. Now, this was a long time ago that I read this, and of course, it's science. So who the fuck knows how many times that's been debunked. That little look off to the left, not to mention the whole, those aren't our words, the words of the campaign. No, dude, just own it.
we absolutely do. This is not us. These are not our words, and this is not anything that is characteristic of me, nor has it ever never been.
It's not characteristic of me.
Okay. No, I have been completely transparent about my history, all the warts. We put them all out. We let folks know about it. But the folks here also know my character. They know who I am. They know my voice, so to speak. This is not my voice. This is not things that we would ever say or even think. And so absolutely we do.
How do you explain all of the matching details on this profile? The profile on Nude Africa lists your full name as Mark Robinson.
Yeah, exactly, Cassandra. He should just... God, that's such an unsettling smile on his face. Just run with it. Look at him dead in the eyes. Says, yeah, I love trannies. Do you have a problem with that? Do you have a problem with that? Why is my personal interest in transgender individuals your problem? I thought you at CNN, of all people, would support such a thing. And he looks like the Cheshire Cat. Ugh.
Email listed on an account is an email that you have used elsewhere on the internet, including with your photo. You have used that name, Mini Soldier, on multiple social media accounts, including Twitter, Pinterest, Black Planet, and YouTube. How can you deny, with all of these matching details, that this is you?
Look, I'm not going to get into the minutia of how somebody manufactured these salacious tabloid lies, but I can tell you this. There's been over $1 million spent on me through AI by a billionaire son who's bound and determined to destroy me. The things that people can do with the internet now is incredible. But what I can tell you is this. Again, these are not my words. This is simply tabloid trash being used as a distraction from the substantive issues that the people of this state are facing. We have addressed it. We have said it's not true. And we wish we could move on and get busy with the business of the people of the state.
Okay, well, these posts, they do take place over a 5-year period from 2008 to 2013. You mentioned AI. Are you saying that somebody was somehow manufacturing biographical details to exactly match you using your username?
Look, I have no idea how this was done. I have absolutely no idea how it was done. And I have 5 weeks left in this campaign to focus on the substantive issues that North Carolinians face. I do not have time for tabloid trash.
There have been rumors that some of your
evidently you do, because you're talking to the motherfucker right now. God, that dude's so full of shit. That's totally his account. You can tell by the way he's talking to the dude that he's just completely like shitting himself. That's not us. I mean, it's not me. Those aren't my words. It's not characteristic of me. All right, buddy. That's only got a little bit left. Let's let it play out.
Staff have quit. Can you tell us if that's true or not?
Absolutely not, and we are not getting out of this race. There are people who are counting on us to win this race because, again, we don't want a governor who's going to be a person that can't be counted on to tell the truth. And I can assure you, my opponent has been taken to court for not telling the truth in campaigns. And he's been completely dishonest in his ads against me. This camp is so desperate to destroy us. It's just like Clarence Thomas said years ago. This is a high-tech lynching. And, you know, back long years ago, they used to use rope. Now they're using cable.
And Jake Robinson reiterating with a public video after that interview that he is staying in the race.
Andrew Kaczynski, remarkable reporting, and thank you so much. I want to bring in CNN's Diane Gallagher.
And there you have it, chat. That is my dog dreaming and kind of softly barking. It's so damn cute. All right. Does it sound like a good dream? I feel like I should go check on her. I'm gonna go do that real quick. I'll be right back. In the meantime, okay, she stopped, so I'm going to assume that she's all right. All right, let's move on here. She makes that sound a lot, by the way. She'll just be sitting there dreaming, sleeping next to us while we're passed the fuck out. Or trying to. All right, here's the article that I had set aside. That's Twitter. My bad, wrong overlay. There we go. Governor candidate Mark Robinson declared himself Black Nazi on porn website. Oh no, not even an alleged. What? They had to put why it matters right at the top. They're like, hey, by the way, we might support what he was saying, except for the whole thing about slavery and you know, Hitler. But here's why it matters. The news is yet another hit to Robinson's campaign. Now, you mean his personal image, which you guys are obviously looking to damage, rather than, what's the word? The politics of personal destruction. It's not a word, it's a phrase. You have to wonder, when someone focuses more on going after their opponent rather than focusing on doing a good job as an actual politician. Are they really upset about what he was saying? Of course not. They're just trying to rustle the feathers of anybody that does support him. And maybe thinking, oh man, trannies? Oh my god. But he said he didn't like him. Why it matters. The news is yet another hit to Robinson's campaign, which has been slipping in polls in recent months due to other incendiary past comments. His struggles could also damage former President Trump in a critical swing state. Why you should care. I love it. I love how they even changed the capitalization. Black Nazi in all caps. And he called himself a perv. That's when you had to pull out, really. Like, compared to the other comments that they had pulled out, him calling himself a perv is pretty small in contrast. I'm trying to look for something juicy here, but I think we've extrapolated all of the juice we can get out of this. Oh yeah, I noticed that too, Treemaster Bob. Funny how they always go to racist shit when they get caught in a lie. At the end of it, this guy said, "Oh, they used to use rope, but now they're using cable." What the fuck does that even? Like, I know it's digital, ha ha ha, lynching, racism, right? But what do you mean cable? Like, most people don't have cable internet. Fucking boomer. Which, by the way, give us a bit of a palate cleanser before we move on to the next few stories. I watched that new show. My girlfriend had put it on, called High Potential. And it took me a second to realize what they were doing, or who it was. It has the chick from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia starring as a single mom of 5, who is a high IQ individual with an IQ of 160. So she's Sherlock Holmes, basically. She was bragging, I think, several times in the show about having an IQ of 160. I'm hoping at one point it turns out that she just took one of those IQ tests and it's all bullshit. At the end of the show, or at the end of the episode, though, no, unironically, they portray her as a genius. And every scene would be infinitely improved by someone after she goes on a rant. There's like 2 or 3 seconds, and then it zooms out, and it's one of the guys from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia in the room that says, "Shut the fuck up, D. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. Go get us a drink or something. Make yourself useful." Shut the fuck up, D. You're out of your element. What? I totally know what I'm talking about. I'm high IQ. I took a test. I'm high 160 IQ. That's really high, Dennis. I can see the scene playing out in my head. Does she do meth? Which kind of looks like it. Here's a good one. Gangs within the LA County Sheriff's Department are banned with this new policy. Oh, that's a fucking rough time. The LA County Sheriff's Department announced a new policy on Wednesday that bans gangs among deputies in the department, an issue county officials say has spanned decades. They just kept hiring gang members. Couldn't figure out why it was a problem. Several past investigations by the county's Office of the Inspector General have identified 19 gangs within the Sheriff's Department over the years, which have been tied to at least 59 legal claims going back to the early 1990s that have resulted in more than $54 million in settlement payouts for incidents tied to these alleged crime groups. The new policy, entitled Prohibition, Law Enforcement Gangs, and Hate Groups, bars participating in or getting others to take part in a so-called law enforcement gang and requires LASD to investigate allegations of such groups and potentially refer them for prosecution. So finally, no more gangs allowed in the LA Sheriff's Department. There's not much to say there besides the obvious. And YouTube just keeps sending me notifications to insert ads into the stream. You can kiss my ass. Ruining my flow. What's up, dude? Welcome. Alright, we'll move on to the next thing. Police say a pair took a New York City subway train on a joyride and crashed it. They have arrested one teen. So these two people, seen in this image here, allegedly took a train for a joyride. Police have arrested a teen girl and say that they took an empty New York City subway train on a brief joyride before they crashed it and fled. They are looking for a male companion they believe was also pictured on the train. Surveillance photos released by the New York City Police Department on Tuesday show that one person dressed in pink, including a pink shower cap, and another in a blue tank top. Police arrested the 17-year-old girl on Wednesday around noon, and they have charged her with criminal mischief and reckless endangerment. The pair boarded an unoccupied train parked at the Briarwood subway station in Queens just after midnight on September 12th, and somehow got it running, police said in the news release. They crashed it into another parked train and ran, police said. It's unclear how much damage the prank had caused. No injuries were reported. Right, good question. All right. Well, from there, right here, perfect. Right back over to Twitter. Oh, dude, the show. I had some good laughs because it was unintentionally bad at several parts. With her like bragging about her IQ randomly, and then one of her kids is a genius, and one of the plot points is that one of her other kids is upset that she's not a genius. I'm not like so and so. I don't have what you have. It's okay, honey. She observes like how much dust was left over on certain things in the room, like random. She kind of is autistic in the show. Now that I think about it, unless she's flexing about her. No, that's autistic. I don't know. I want to have an opinion on it other than it's D, and it's hard to watch it other than expecting one of the gang to tell her to shut the fuck up at the end of every. Well, I'm a genius, and I noticed this, and this, and it's. This. They're doing the Sherlock with Benedict Cumberbatch bit, but it's with D. Reynolds instead. If that sounds entertaining to you, feel free to tune in. It wasn't awful, I'll say that. All right. Diddy. Did he do it? That's the question I've been asking myself since Diddy got arrested. When Charlemagne played Diddy an audio clip from one of his parties. Let's just go ahead and
Miami a night of party, and I don't really remember what I was saying. You know what I'm saying?
Would you like a reminder?
Yeah, sure.
Play some.
Hey, yo, listen, yo, I love it all. I love it all, man.
I like when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, where you put my bag
Daddy,
at?
I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit.
That was you.
Scrambling.
What? You said, I like when you do it like that, Daddy. When you scrambling and scraping for shit.
Hey, man. Miami a night of party, and I don't really remember what I was saying.
Just the look on it. I wish they had gotten right into his face so you could see his expression.
You know what I'm saying?
Would you like a reminder?
Yeah, sure.
Play.
Do you want a reminder of what, like, man, the absolute balls. The absolute balls. Oh.
Hey, yo, listen, yo, I love it all. I love it all, man.
I like when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, where you put my bag
Daddy,
at?
I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit.
That was you.
Scrambling.
What? You said, I like when you do it like that, Daddy. When you scrambling and scraping for shit.
Hey, man. Miami a night of party, and I don't really remember.
I was at a party and I don't remember what happened. I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, do you want a reminder? Here you go. That look of, fuck, I don't know. To say he was caught with his pants down is one way of putting it. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure there was a gentleman giving him the high hard one. Now, to give you guys a basic gestalt, we have Colin Rugg posting. Diddy is accused of holding freak-offs with male prostitutes, according to court documents. Sean Diddy Combs, remember, and it's not Puff Daddy. He thought that it was too homoerotic, so he changed it to P. Diddy. Or now it's just Diddy now. Sean Diddy Combs. Freak-offs were arranged by high-ranking supervisors, security, household workers, and assistants. The freak-offs sometimes went for days, where Combs would allegedly force victims to engage in sex while he recorded and masturbated. And I wanted to go off on a bit of a tangent here. This shit needs to stop. this putting an asterisk in things to fuck with the algorithm that's supposed to censor shit. So that way, like, if he just wrote sex and masturbated there, very likely this tweet would not get seen and get bad, what do they call it, shadow banned? Where you could still have the tweet out, but the algorithm says, I want nothing to do with that because it's content that isn't friendly to advertisers. So now everyone's speaking in fucking code and everything looks like a password. Like they're entering a password for a website. This shit needs to end. This is probably, since we saw the best news story of the year earlier, or rather what I would consider one of my favorite moments of the year, this is probably my least favorite thing that has come out of 2024. People self-censoring with asterisks. Dude, go get fucked. Just write what you want to write. This needs to end. All right. Over 1,000 bottles. 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lube were found during the raids, which were allegedly used during these freak-offs. I mean, can you imagine if they didn't use the lube? Just saying. Combs would force women to partake and would make embarrassing recordings, which he used as blackmail to keep the victims quiet, according to the indictment. Combs' team would schedule IV delivery after the days-long freak-offs so the victims could recover from the physical exertion and drug use. Combs would even track women's locations and keep track of their medical records. And this video was filmed in Central Park just hours before the rapper was arrested. Just hanging out at the park. Is somebody fucking watching my ass? There was. Somebody was watching you. Somebody was watching him. It kind of has brought everyone back to, I think it was earlier this year, right? Hold on. Is it this one?
They offered him 50.
This might be one of the videos. A lot of these have been resurfacing.
million and he turned it down. Who gonna turn down 50 million? Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
Kid, I need another one. You here, get your number.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Come on.
Because early on you was accusing me of being...
Cat, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, but you know, some of these people...
Martin tried to put me in my first dress. When he had to go on his hiatus, he tell me, Cat, when I come back, I need you. You my young partner, you my brother in comedy. When I come back, just promise me that my next movie, it'll be me and you. We gonna do it together. We gonna do some buddy cop shit. I said, Martin, you got my motherfucking word, my nigga. Go.
So that's one of them. And the funny thing is, 50 million. It's funny he mentioned that. Just a second here, chat. Bear with me. Well, it turns out Diddy's request for $50 million bail has been denied again. Diddy will remain in jail until his trial, despite offering a $50 million bail package and promising to stay away from women. I don't think people are worried about you staying away from women, dude. It's not the women we're worried about. You know, like, people can protect their women. It's your predatory ass trying to come after the dudes. I'm worried for my bros. My fellow man, my common man. Diddy the diddler. Indeed. Allegedly, right? 1,000 bottles of lube. 1,000. This motherfucker is up to. What kind of fucking wacky, cartoony shit is this guy doing? And just, again, as a reminder of who we're dealing with here. He used to call himself Puff Daddy.
Hey, man. Night of party, and I don't really remember what I was saying. You know what I'm saying?
Would you like a reminder?
Yeah, sure.
Play some.
Hey, yo, listen, yo, I love it all. I love it all, man.
I like when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, where you put my bag?
Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit.
This motherfucker wasn't calling a woman daddy. Alright? Just saying. This look that, what his name is, Charlemagne, is giving him is a, I would say it's a direct middle finger.
That was you.
That was you. Oh, get wrecked, asshole. Get wrecked.
Scrambling.
Scrambling?
What? You said, I like when you do it like that, Daddy. When you scrambling and scraping for shit.
Oh, boy. And people have been digging shit up about this guy. That's why it's hard. It's incredibly hard to see. Oh my God, did you see this guy's comments on a porn site 10 years ago? I don't know, dude. Is he talking about a dude telling his fucking asshole? Like, really? Look at Mr. Sean Combs here. He's like, holy fuck, I just got got. I just got got. All right, just another second here. All right, here we go. This clip of P. Diddy, 40. Remember, it's P. Diddy. I wonder why. And Justin Bieber, 15, has been going viral along with a clip of Diddy asking a 17-year-old Justin Bieber why he doesn't want to hang out with him anymore.
Justin, he's in UFC.
All right, hold on a second, chat. That's better.
Seen the movie 48 Hours. Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like, you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. You know, I have been given custody of him. You know, he signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when you know he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
I'm going crazy.
Justin, he's in. You ever seen the movie 48 Hours?
Don't act different.
That's one. Here we go. Where's the one where he's talking about his vehicle?
You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, you know, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But you never really got my number, so.
Right. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
You.
Don't act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out.
Bro, you haven't been.
I definitely feel protective of.
All right. There's a specific one I'm looking for. I think it's this one.
I'm gonna let you rock this every time you come to LA. Yeah, this will be yours. So every time you come to LA, it's a little dusty, but you know, come get the front shot of this.
Man.
Minute.
Woo. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna be driving this next year.
Yeah, when you get 16, you come down there, you gotta, you know, wear your seatbelt.
I mean, I'm 15. You could ride in the passenger seat. I got my permit. Not yet.
No.
All right, 16.
Not ready.
16.
Slow down. Let's slow down, Jess.
Okay.
Let's slow down, okay?
One step at a time.
But yeah, the keys is yours. When you know, when you get 16, you good to go.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
All right.
And then when you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
Okay. I get the mansion.
Yeah.
So where are we off to now?
Where would you like to go?
I mean, wherever you want to go. Where are we going?
So check this out, yo. Justin, he's in. You ever seen the movie 48 Hours?
Okay, so that's where the other clip starts. There is a precise moment in this interview where he just looks at this kid in a very gross way. Come on now. Alright, let's reload here. Remember, killer website. As soon as you turn...
As you turn 16. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you rock this every time you come to LA.
As soon as you turn 16. Jeez. Well, my internet appears to be running like shit again. Huh. Let's reload one more time.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you rock this every time you come to LA. Yeah, this gonna be yours.
Maybe I should just let it play.
It's a little dusty, but you know, come get the front shot of this.
Man.
Minute.
Woo. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna be driving this next year.
Yeah, when you get 16, you come down there, you gotta, you know, wear your seatbelt.
I mean, I'm 15. You could ride in the passenger seat. I got my permit. Not yet.
No.
All right, 16.
Not ready.
16.
Let's slow down. Let's slow down, Jess.
Okay.
Let's slow down, okay?
One step at a time.
But yeah, the keys is yours. When you know, when you get 16, you good to go.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
All right.
And then when you get 18,
I think that was the moment where he just looks at him and licks his lips. It's so gross.
you know, when you get 16, you good to go.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
All right.
And then
Ew.
when you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
Okay. I get the mansion.
Yeah.
So where are we off to now?
Where would you like to go?
I mean, wherever you want to go. Where are we going?
So check this out, yo. Justin, he's in. You ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy. Him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like, you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. You know, I have been given custody of him. You know, he signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when you know he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
I'm going crazy.
Crazy.
I'm taking this out tonight.
What you wanna do? What you wanna do over the next 48 hours?
48 hours. Let's go. Let's just go get some girls. Let's go hang with some girls.
A man after my heart. That's what I'm talking about, kid.
Album in stores. Don't forget, the album is in stores. We're gonna make you a star. And just everything that's coming out regarding Diddy. He couldn't have been even any more out in the open with a name like that. 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Curious about this video of him with Obama, but it's probably a nothing.
I just want to say how much I appreciate Puff Daddy for doing the kinds of work that he's doing.
He had to take a second for, God, I can't believe I have to say this dude's fucking name. That is pure cringe, bro.
Hey, how much I appreciate Puff Daddy for doing the kinds of work that he's doing, because he doesn't have.
Say what you want about Barack Obama. The word daddy does not come off his lips as easily as it does off of Mr. P. Diddy.
To do this. But this is part of what is important about giving back.
We applaud you, and I want to apologize for not sweating, but I do this so much. I'm so cool. I just want y'all to see everybody I'm interviewing is sweating. I'm not even touching my brow. I'm so cool.
Bro, no one ever thought you were cool. You were just put on TV. You gave some famous dude a blowjob, and now you're getting pushed down everyone's throats, just like that executive's dick down your throat, Mr. Sean Combs.
And I want to apologize. I ain't trying to make you look bad or nothing like that, but I'm just so cool. We
T-shirt. I tell you, if he was wearing one of those fancy designer clothes he's designing, he'd be sweating just like me.
That dude said he was cool more times than Ethan Ralph has ever said in one time over the course of a period of time, like, what was it, 40 seconds? How many times, like, even Ralph has a more self-awareness where he's like, dude, I don't think I can't say I'm cool 4 or 5 times within 40 seconds. That just comes off a little, I don't know, sad. Nobel Peace Prize winner. That's right. I forgot about that. Here's one from Conor McGregor. From, what was it? Him talking about 2014, an interaction that he had.
Years that you've become friendly, P. Diddy, and there you are with was P. Diddy, did he ask to be in the photo with you, or was it the other way around?
I mean, P. Diddy's a little up his own ass, to be honest.
You don't say. You don't fucking say. Are you sure it's him that's up his own ass, that he's the one up his ass? There's a variety of people it could be. Just take your pick from anyone in Hollywood. A lot of the people who aren't famous in Hollywood, too, based on what I've seen. It's probably not him. Just saying.
Oh, that's great. Now, we were at a college football game, the UCLA. But he is, you know what I mean? I didn't even want to get in the picture. He barely shook my hand. I was about to just give him a left to the chin real quick. But this is LA, isn't it? You just go around meeting people, so I'm just having fun. But P. Diddy was on the bottom of the list of people I wanted to meet, especially after finally meeting him.
Only you could say P. Diddy's up his own arse. That's impressive. The years that you've become friendly, P. Diddy.
With P. Diddy. Changed his name because all the people referring to him was like, I'm not saying your name anymore. We got pictures featuring someone called Dame Dash, Aaliyah, Jennifer Lopez, Jay-Z, and Diddy all sharing a giant bed. We'll switch to the other overlay real quick so we can see this better. You got what I need. Would you say he just a friend? It's an art style, singing intentionally bad. And camera number 4. You're right, dude. You are really cool. How did any of us not notice that? That you were indeed hella cool. All of us thought you were a try-hard bitch with no talent, but I stand corrected. Like, really, chat, name one song by this idiot. One song by this asshole. Where you go, oh, okay, he was a one-hit wonder, but here's this one song. Can't think of it. Neither can I. This bitch was never good. He's not even a has-been. Well, he will be shortly. 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Of baby oil. how I said that. I know there's... Oh my god. Is this his actual mugshot? That's so good. Damn. He looks like, you know, when your dog just got into something that it wasn't supposed to, and you go, "Hey, what are you doing?" And it turns over and gives you that look of, "I know I shouldn't have eaten that. That was for the kitty." That's the look he's giving them, or giving the camera. I know. I shouldn't have been doing. I don't even want to list it. I shouldn't have been doing that stuff. Aw, I'm sorry. Not as good as the Ricada mugshot. Yeah, this dude looks fucked up. Look at him. His eyes are really close together, too. Not to mention his huge-ass forehead. This dude's got April Anderson beat. Yeah, I could kind of tell as well. I wouldn't even want to be in the same building as this guy. Oh, they got a video of it? No way. So I can't have video of this guy getting arrested, but we have video of his gigantic collection of lotion and baby oil? The fuck is this? Look, I can't get the Ricada body cam footage for some fucking reason, but we get video footage of this guy's vast collection of baby oil? What the fuck? All I want is to see how filthy this dude's fucking house is so I can feel better by comparison. I mean, if you think about it, this guy having this disgusting bathroom, I already feel better. So maybe I don't need the Ricada body cam footage, but I still want it, okay? Physiognomy, bro. Never lies. Is there a piss stain shower? Yeah, does he have a Ricada shower? Like bro had? Like, yeah, for real. Why don't you just use one of the bottles? Why do you need a collection of baby oil? Or different baby oils? Are they different types? I mean, call me old-fashioned, but you can just buy the one bottle of baby oil, then finish it and throw it away, then open the new bottle of baby oil that you assumingly bought. Seems strange to me. Like, imagine if somebody's refrigerator had 1,000 bottles of ketchup somehow, if you could fit 1,000 bottles of ketchup. But imagine that they just had 1,000 bottles of ketchup. You'd be like, what the fuck do you need? Why don't you just have a bottle of ketchup? Why do you need trophies? You're probably right. That's probably exactly what it is. Each one represents a single person that used it. I do like this AI. Hold on, let me bring up the other overlay. This AI image of Diddy with a bunch of eggplants. $50 million bail, too. I'm calling back to the Cat Williams shit. Very poetic. Oh no, it looks like we might have footage from Fox.
On scene here that we're getting this information from. We were actually the first ones here with about 30 different law enforcement vehicles at least. There are 3 Bearcats on scene here. This just all unfolded, Sandra, I would say less than 10 minutes ago. We got here even before the crime scene tape came up. So we're just down the hill. If you look up this street where Tony is right now to the right, you'll see one of those Bearcats and law enforcement. And on the other side of those bushes, basically, is that home that is registered to Bad Boy Films, which is part of Bad Boy Entertainment. And the home in particular is registered not only to Bad Boy Films, but to one of P. Diddy's daughters.
They are heavily armed, and they've been very tactful, would probably be the best word to use, as they made entry into this home this afternoon. We actually watched them as they made their way through one of these side gates, and as soon as they got inside the home, one of the first things they did was made their way into this garage that you see is open right there. Now, they did take a couple people into custody. We witnessed that. Now, are they under arrest? Are they just being asked about what they know? That I can't answer, but I can tell you there's 3 people right there that were taken into custody, were inside that home at the time of the raid.
We did see a bunch of investigators going in, making the raid in there and clearing that as well. So they're going to do a thorough search as they conduct this raid. And so far, Stu, from what I understand and from Haley on the ground there, they have not seen, and we have not seen from our vantage point, any sign of Sean Combs, the 54-year-old who is believed to be the property owner of this.
Appears to be the property owner. Appears to be. We're not sure. To be fair, we're just covering our bases. Can you imagine if they busted him during a huge orgy or something? He comes out in some funny boxer shorts, or one can even imagine. Where do we go from here? Oh, this guy's always sucked. Well, shit, that's everything I have prepared. Let's hang out for a little bit longer, because I just know, I have that feeling there's a little bit more out there for us to go over. That mugshot, though. That mugshot.
Party stories.
All right. And Ashton Kutcher has come forward saying, there's a lot I can't tell about Diddy's parties. Diddy's party stories. Man, that was like some weird memory lane.
They're our favorite genre of anecdote, if you
really?
have one. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I've got a lot I can't tell. So, I can't tell that one either. I mean, I'm like actually cycling through them. Feel like
we still have some time to go. You know, I can blow it here.
Okay. Feel free. Diddy party stories, man. That was like some weird memory lane. Ugh.
Diddy.
There's a man recalling a bad memory. Look at the look on his face. All right. Sorry, I needed to take a drink of water for a second. This person posts a screenshot from the court documents in or around 2009 November. After the Soul Train Awards in Atlanta, Georgia, Mr. Combs flew Mr. Richard and Mr. Harper to his house in New York on his private jet for an after party. There were many well-known celebrities at the after party, and copious amounts of illegal drugs were openly consumed. Upon information and belief, Mr. Combs had arranged for dozens of young women and girls, some of whom appeared to be underage, to be transported to the party. The women arrived wearing little to no clothing and were given drugs and alcohol. Many of them appeared lethargic or passed out while Mr. Combs and his guests performed sexual acts on them. Mr. Richard believed that her presence at the party was a test to see whether Mr. Combs would trust her or could trust her. Mr. Combs repeatedly said things like, "This is a buffet. Enjoy yourselves. This is what we do. This is how we party." Mr. Richard felt shocked and horrified at the sight of Mr. Combs and his guests violating incapacitated young women and implored Mr. Combs' personal assistant Capricorn Clark to allow her to leave. Ms. Clark insisted that Ms. Richard wait 15 minutes for Ms. Clark to make it make sense. That is, to make Ms. Richards' exit less conspicuous so that Mr. Combs would not notice that she had left. Man, eyesight really goes, huh? Knowing that she was not free to leave and had to wait for Ms. Clark to help her orchestrate her departure, Ms. Richard experienced feelings of panic and being trapped against her will.
Foil hat zone. I've been going back.
Okay, this is an 8-minute long video. We're not going to bother with that. Brevity is the soul of wit, which reminds me, we are approaching an hour 40. Oh no. Let's see. We got some screenshots here we can go over. Oh man, I'm already grossed out. Just seeing that dude's face. I'm like, yeah, just makes my skin crawl. And he looks like one of those people who's always going, like constantly his mouth open. Huh. Leonardo DiCaprio. Imagine that. See, I'm glad I don't like any of these people. I've always had a bad feeling about all of them. Not one single person I looked at these people and like, man, I'm surprised that this thing came out about him. I've always just kind of known. All right, I think this is another clip that wasn't played earlier, but it might be a repeat. If so, Oh, my bad.
It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. Period. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
I need to have another one of these.
Amen, amen.
Gee. I kind of get one here.
Right.
After that, I don't really kind of know where to go. Let me one more time.
Right.
We good now?
Because the people want to know, why would he get blackballed?
Yeah,
oh, because in 30 years, I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing...
You will tell it?
No, somebody come to tell me.
Okay.
I gather that, I value that, I'll pay for that. Come, tell me. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it.
And exactly, Obie's tuna, or that too. But Cure-chan, it's funny. If funny, they knew the whole time and did nothing. It's funny how, I knew this whole time about all this shit. And why the fuck did you just allow this shit to happen and then just kept quiet? You couldn't get on a stage somewhere at an award show where everyone's telling you were great in Friday After Next or whatever the fuck movie. And you go, by the way, I just wanted to tell you all that you're all a bunch of creeps and assholes. This dude's a weirdo. Don't go to one of his parties because he will allegedly have fun with you while you're asleep. You know, random shit. I don't know, kept quiet about that until it was optically beneficial. That having been said, Cat Williams looks like he'd be a fun guy to have a few drinks with. All right, where do we go from here? Do we wrap it up? $1,000 fucking bottles. Well, shit, guys. I think that's about time. Let's find something to end on, huh? Let's find something. No, don't wrap it up. I just woke up. Man, I'm about to pass the fuck out, though. I've been up since 6 a.m. And I feel like I'm out of content. I don't know what the fuck I'd talk about. Hey, appreciate it. Thank you. I will try to make it more regular doing the shows. I had some personal stuff come up. Yeah, man, this is a good one. That's what we'll stick with. The Am I Racist movie? I'll check it out if I have time. All right. I'm going to call it there, everybody. Thanks for tuning in tonight. I might do a random stream throughout the week. We'll see how things go, but stay tuned. And I'll try to be back next Thursday. Same time, same place. So remember, be yourself because you might find yourself by yourself. And anybody can learn from their own mistakes. But it takes a wise guy like yourself to learn from the mistakes made by others. Quick reminder, persistence always overcomes resistance. Peace, chat.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. See, troubles are all the same. You wanna be where everybody knows your name. You wanna go where people know people are all the same. You really wanna go where everybody knows your name.
Don't be happy that the bad times, excuse me. Don't be happy. Don't be sad the good times are over. Be happy that they ever happened, chat. Good night, everybody.